Alright, so for the goal today, I am getting this throttle body. I'm getting this throttle body. I gotta make a flange for the throttle body, and then I have to cut a hole in this pipe that I've already started. I started rounding this out. I don't have a tool to make it perfectly round, so close enough is gonna be close enough on that. I'm gonna get this pipe right here, chop it down a little bit so it's not too long. Then I'm gonna put my flange that I make on this end, and then I'm gonna bolt the throttle body to it, run a cable up into the cockpit, into the car, and I will have a little lever that I can pull to open the throttle body to give myself loud now that I got a muffler on it. So let's get started some more. Alright, so I'm about done cutting this hole. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just using the side of a big thick angled disc. I'm just trying to cut out a hole that's about the same size. Then I got this rounded as much as I'm going to get it. It's not perfect. I'll throw some extra metal up there where there's a gap. I'm not worried about it, but because it's not really going to hold that much weight. Whoops. Basically what I'm doing is I'm grinding for a little bit, then I will put this up here, center it up. You can sort of look in it and get a general idea what you want to do. Then I'll wipe around with my fingers, so I wipe around the dust. Then basically when you're having your grinding, you can just grind away what's dirty, and then that's going to give me a fair hole. Then I'll just weld it, put some metal in there, then I'll get it on there. Then after that I gotta take my flange that I made for it, and then weld the flange onto this side. Then all you gotta do is just slap this on. And another part of this this modification is gonna be getting a wire for the throttle body, but I'm not gonna really dick with that today. I don't think. I'm just gonna get it up, and then I'll dick with the wire at a later date. But I'll get this hole done, then I'll get it welded up. Alright, flange making 101. You need a stencil or measurement of your flange you're gonna make. Usually if I have the flange where I can trace it, I'll just trace it out once. But you need one stencil, and then you need to stack plates. Because I'm making the flange out of this thin ass metal, because I already got this sheet right here, because I don't want to go buy the flange. So what you do basically, just stack your sheets together, and then you're gonna weld them on the sides. Then you're gonna trace out your stencil on the top. I just took measurements straight off of this this throttle body, because I couldn't trace the throttle body on the metal like that. So all you do is, then you're just going to trace that out. Then you're going to have these welded together on the edges, so then it's one piece. Then you just drill out the holes, and you have to take the grinder to get your circle, and I'll elaborate on that a little bit more when I get there. Alright, there's all the plates welded together. Alright, then you Sharpie on your stencil. Okay, then you stop recording, because you got too in the moment with doing your flange and you don't record anything. So basically all I do is you drill the holes that we had Sharpied out. Then I forgot to make a circle with the stencil that I used. So you want to stencil out your inner circle that you're trying to make. That was on the throttle body. Here, I got another one. So regardless, whatever you're stenciling, you want to stencil all the bolt holes and the center hole of the flange that you're trying to make. So then you just I only used 3 pieces of like 1/8 or 1/16 inch steel, because all it was doing is holding the throttle body up. So I didn't really want to spend a bunch of time cutting through all the layers for something that didn't need to be that significant. So I just drilled through all my bolt holes. Then I just used the angle grinder to cut out the circle. So at first it's pretty hard getting the angle without, well, it's hard getting the center hole cut out at first, because you just have to do a couple plunges into it, and you got to make sure not to make the hole too big at any point. Well, any of your plunges too wide. So then you eventually get a hole, then you just keep grinding around in circles, and then you finally get to a point where you can get the angle grinder with a pretty much worn down bit inside of the flange. So then once you do that, you can go around in circles around and around your flange, and then you get a nice circular DIY flange that works out pretty good. And I assume I'm gonna cut to a shot of everything mounted up on the car now, because I already did it. Okay, so where I left off, we got this sweet throttle body and the exhaust. Ignore the booger welds, those aren't important. So basically all I need to do, I need to get a cable hooked up to this, and then it sounds really raw when it's open. I was under the car when it was running and opening it with my hand, and it was pretty cool. And then there's our little flange we made and welded on. Yeah, that's bad. Just don't look at that. But works good. Just need the cable into the car, and then it will be fine. Okay, well that was significantly easier than I thought it was going to be. I just got the old e-brake cable running through there. I just clipped it into the throttle body. I got the cable come through the heater core hole, just like my battery cable, because I don't need it. And I just jammed it right here for now, just to test it. But when you pull on the wire, the flap opens, and it's like loud. Can't reach. Nice. Woo! Almost died. Still warming up. But then it's got a good amount of tension on it here. You just push it back in, and then it works. And it's got enough force. There's enough, because it's sort of broken, this cable is. It's got enough tension that it will stay open when you pull it out. So I gotta get like a handle or something for this. I don't know. It's just garbage. And then I'll probably cut this tube in the wire, so then it's like right here, and if I want to make it loud, I just pull and then push it back in. But I cannot believe that worked out very easily, but right on.